for me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark to see. I think I'm knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, 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 knocking on heaven's door. Mama put my guns to the ground. I can't shoot them anymore.
People don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power in the power of the people. Because the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
Ain't no.
What do we want? End the war. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? End the war. When do we want it?
Since 9/11, our government has been spending $1.4 trillion
Damn.
on just the war in Iraq and Afghanistan alone.
That ain't right.
That definitely isn't right, because whole generations of young people like us here in the United States and these countries are raised under an environment of war.
Our schools are closing down, teachers are getting laid off, and families are struggling to find work and meet basic needs like food and rent. How do you feel about that? Thousands of innocent lives have been lost because of these wars, and nations have been destroyed.
Is that fair?
No!
Is that what we want our money to go to?
No!
Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. So today we're actually going to hear from more people from different parts of the anti-war movement. Let's start off closer to home.
My family and I have struggled through many hardships. We're like many working class families, struggling to make ends meet. We continue organizing for our rights as immigrants and working class people. But so many of our fights are because the country we live in is at war with the country back home. Today we are having this event to inform the community about the cost of war. We need to understand what is really happening back home. Which countries are being affected the most by these ruthless wars, and why we are being targeted. The U.S. has been at war since 2001 and has used the attack on the World Trade Center as an excuse to invade Afghanistan and start a ferocious war. They invaded Afghanistan in search for just a few people, but the people that have been killing our innocent civilians who did nothing wrong, but they paid the price for this vicious war. They have been moving so-called terrorists out of Iraq and Afghanistan. What they have been moving is their oil, other important resources, and people. Corporations in the United States government have made great profit from this war. They don't care who they attack, as long as they make a large sum of money from it. Now, U.S. military has escalated the attack on innocent people and have sent drones, which are remote-controlled surveillance aircraft that can drop bombs at any given moment in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Yemen, Somalia, and Libya, and anywhere else in the world. There is a drone based in Syracuse, New York. These drones like remote-controlled video games. The quality for the cameras on these drones are very poor. Most of the time, the people using these drones can't see who they are bombing. They are controlled in the United States, but used on our homeland. There have been over 242 drones attacked in Pakistan alone. There have been 2,362 reported deaths. While this number is probably small in the reality, this number is still too high. They need to stop using the drones in these countries. While there is a heavy human cost of war, there is a financial price too. Wars are expensive. Since 2001, the U.S. has paid over $1.4 trillion in taxes to pay for the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. For the same amount of money, 283 million people could be getting low-income health insurance for a full year. That's almost the entire population of this country. This money could be helping us in our times of need. Many people are struggling to find work, pay rent, stay in school, and take care of their family. This money could help us, but instead our money is being used to kill innocent people. We are the people who are fueling the war. It is our hard-earned dollars that are paying for the war against our people. As a youth member of color, I feel very angry that the United States government is killing innocent people of color to make themselves and corporations richer and more powerful. As members of DROME, we will do whatever it takes to to take the U.S. out of our home country to stop them from killing innocent people. As they see working class people, and we need to organize to end this merciless war. This war is hurting our people, and we have a responsibility to end this war. On October 7th, we will march in New York City, San Francisco, and Chicago against the 11 years of war. We need to come out with all our working class people of color and fight for the people of our countries. There are our family members who are being attacked. If you think these 11 years have been hard on us, take a moment to think how hard it is for people living back home. We will keep pushing and fighting for what's right and end the wars.
Vamos and Drum have been sister organizations for about 5 years now, and we've been standing side by side in solidarity, and we support each other in every step we take. We also stand together in solidarity through our opposition against the war in Iraq. One of the reasons that we oppose the war is because it affects both Desi and Latino communities. The Latino community is affected by the war through proposed legislation such as the DREAM Act. Though the DREAM Act does allow for a student to go to college and for 2 years to solve their undocumented status, most students will opt out for that and go to the military option of the DREAM Act because they're unable to pay the 2 years of tuition. So the DREAM Act is a de facto military act because of that option. That option sends our youth abroad to kill innocent people in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iraq. Not only does the Latino community get affected abroad, but also gets affected here in the United States. That same DREAM Act, through the military option, will militarize the borders, which would in turn cause more deaths along our border. Our opposition against the war brings both Drum and Vamos together. And us being together is vital, because as people of color, we need to work together with each other to make our voices louder and to let the system know that we will not conform and stay silent, that we will take a stand for what we believe in. We as youth also need to inform our peers and adults of the causes of the war. We need to find ways to voice our opposition against the war, whether it be to petitions, marches, or rallies. Any way we can get a point across and make our voices heard.
They turned me against myself to fuel their wars. Uncle Sam in his top hat and patriotic white stars. Vietnam, Philippines, Guam, bound to duty by my skin. Black, they say, is the color of sin. And now in Libya, I kill my own brethren. What's that, they say? Justice is here. They'll give me citizenship, along with the fear of being killed in battle. Their objective is clear. To strip us of humanity and what we hold dear. To kill Iraqis, Afghans, Pakis, fellow Muslims who look like me. I guess I'll have to blind myself so I don't have to see what I'm doing to be free of immigration and poverty. They teach us on the battlefield there's no such thing as kinsmen. Those who look similar aren't our own. But I guess that doesn't apply when we don't want to be locked up in war relocation camps and internment. If they peer into the eyes of children and youth, and instead of seeing them shine with a bright future ahead, all they see is bombs in Pearl Harbor, so to grieve for those who are dead, they banish us from their country to lie in our own deathbeds. If that's truly the case, then I'd have to guess they must have blinded themselves so they wouldn't have to witness the rape, murder, torture, this whole big mess we call the military defense of the U.S. Maybe even you went ahead and squeezed shut your own eyes and chose to believe all these lies. But you'll have to hear these painful cries and try to remember your true blood ties. All blood is bright red like an early sunrise that lights up the earth and colors the skies. No excuse if you're deaf or blind, because in the end it's your heart that decides. Thank you.
The world has changed in so many ways, 'cause war has come and destroyed us all. Brothers are dying, the sisters are crying, hatred has overcome our hearts. These moments of sadness, felt by families across the globe, makes us just want to lose our hope. Dreams are shattered as bullets are being fired, killing the innocent people. We live in a world where the reasons for war is not what the media not for freedom, nor for peace. Lives lost due to so many greed. Personal gain is what the war is really for. To gain resources and more power. We're gonna stand up and fight for what is right. Together we can do it all. We have the power, strength in numbers, to make a difference. Yes, we can. The world has changed in so many ways, 'cause war has come and destroyed us all. Brothers are dying, sisters are crying. Now it's time for us to change the